Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this afternoon? I hope everybody's doing great. As for me, I'm just doing the same old, working on the videos, debunking the videos in which I placed a picture of what seems to be, you could say, an identified flying object close to the ground, but you can see a shadow below it. I do have another picture that looks a little bit crazier than that. I haven't posted it up yet. I was waiting for that picture to sink in, so I created short reels. I placed it on TikTok. For those who don't know, I got a TikTok under HCS. I think it's 895 or 695. I placed a short reel there. I placed a short reel on YouTube, where what seems to be an identified object low to the ground. I believe that's what was causing all the activity, where when I was doing my live feed, it was interrupting it. How you doing, Sister Holly, Sister Catherine Garcia? So I've been working on that. I got other images that I debunked from the video, and that's what I went through it fast. I haven't placed those yet. Like I said, I want to let it simmer into people's thoughts of what they're witnessing in the videos. But when I had to do two videos yesterday because the first one kept on getting cut off, interference, and I kept on going into prayer. When I did the second video, the same thing that happened further down into the video where I was getting interrupted. So I captured all kinds of, you could say, images where there was unseen forces around tampering with my equipment. So that's what I caught on video. I hope everybody's doing great. I've been trying to stay positive and not worry about when people are being negative or in that nature. What I went through with the trolls here on Facebook. People coming at me hard, playing games. I don't got time for that. So sometimes when I used to work in the cotton, we used to pluck the weeds out of the cotton so the cotton could survive and produce cotton, because there's certain weeds like the morning glory that it tightens up on the stems of the cotton, and the cotton stops growing and it'll kill the cotton. You got those. There's blue weeds. There's quelite. We call it quelite, and different kinds of weeds that interrupts the cotton from growing. So it was my job when I was growing up to go into the fields where there was rattlesnakes, different kinds of critters, and I would pluck the weeds out of the rows of the cotton so the cotton would be able to grow. Sometimes we'd do it once, depends on how bad the weeds were in the area. Sometimes we do the fields twice before the cotton grows, and then they produce the cotton, and then they go and get the cotton out of the fields. But that's what I would do. Well, in that nature, brothers and sisters, how you doing, Brother Andrew, Sister Kat, Brother Christopher? In that nature, when I see that, what I used to do, and it was dangerous because this was in East Texas, in the small Lubbock area, Levelland, Littlefield, in which one of the things that got out there in the fields, brothers and sisters, is diamondback rattlesnakes, and they're there. You just can't see them when the cotton is taller than you. When I was a kid, the cotton would be almost to my chest area. So we're just walking by faith, because there could be any kind of snake, right? But the diamondback is there in that area that the cotton is so high and it can strike you. So when we would go work, we would always pray in the mornings because anything could have happened. I think the closest I got to a diamondback rattlesnake was when I seen something going down my road near the truck where my little brother and sister were, and I went running towards it, and I seen something big going through the road. When I caught up to it, it passed a truck and it was going into a hole, and it was a giant snake. I stepped on it, I pulled it out, and I killed it. And when I pulled it out, it tried to bite me, and then it slung the tail where I guess it was missing a rattler, and it had a hook, and it ripped my shirt with a hook. So when the land hit the ground, the head, I killed the snake. Well, I found out that was a diamondback rattlesnake. My mother told me that I was dumb, that if it would have bit me, I wouldn't have made it, and all this stuff, Well, in that nature, when you go into areas like that, that was just work. A dangerous job, working in the fields. I've done that work. Anything could have happened, but we leave it up to the Heavenly Father. In that nature, sometimes there's things that happen where people come up against us in a negative way, and if we get trapped into playing the game that they're playing, that's what they dwell in, right? So if you fall into what they're doing and you're playing the same game back, you're just going back and forth, and you're not going to go nowhere. There's nothing positive that's going to come out there, especially when there's people, that do this. They're not man enough to handle a situation one-on-one, so they continue to play claims. They continue to make good people look bad, right? In my case, it happened to me for about a year, where I was being trolled by a certain individual. I'm not even going to mention his name because it's not even worth it, for a whole year, and this guy still continues to do the things. It kind of slowed down, messing with me, but he's messing with other people. He's continuing the ways of what he does. The reason I'm making this video is that I know that there's a lot of people that are getting affected by the negativity that these people are bringing into the cryptic community, the paranormal community, you name it. They're doing it, but they're doing it and they're looking like, God forgive me, they're looking like idiots, because everything they do, if you look into the videos, they contradict themselves. They contradict themselves of the acts that they do. They try to make themselves look like they're doing good, but they're not really, because they're just dwelling in negativity. I see some of the videos where all the content that they put out there, they talk about real stories, but all the content that they put out there on the real stories is fake content that's on YouTube, that's on that's on not just YouTube, but on TikTok. It's nothing original is nothing original in what they're posting. That is not their material. It's material that they're taking from other places, and they're saying that it's real stories, but you can literally tell that some of these things that they're saying are real stories, that it's somebody in costume or something that's IG, that it doesn't look legit. But they're saying that what they got there is 100% real, 100% true story, but it's not their story. You figure that one. On Spiritual Encrypted Encounters and on my new, I got Positive Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, and on my new group called The Rise of the DDN, Disembodied Demonic Nephilim, all the material that's on there is 100% legit. It's real stories, and it's provided by me when I debunk my videos. So all the material that you see here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, on The Rise of the DDN, Disembodied Demonic Nephilim, on Positive Spiritualist, is 100% my material. I don't use nobody else's material. It's my material that I place there. If somebody in my groups, people are allowed to place whatever they want to place in there, right? Whether they have a picture or something, a short reel or something that they've created, they're more than welcome to place it there. I'm just saying that in my group, everything comes, I'm the source, because it's coming from me. It's not coming from, I'm not taking the stuff from other people and placing it on there. I'm talking about the short reels and the photos the videos that I make, the stories that I say, it's coming from me. So I don't understand how people could say there's what they're submitting in their groups is real stories when it doesn't even belong to them. You know, I understand if it's coming for you because you're experiencing it. You know, it's something that you're providing for the viewers. Then you could say it's 100% true if it's coming for you. But when it's coming from different sources, you know, all those sources that it's coming from, it's not you. So I could say you're stealing material to try to make it seem like it's yours or that it's real, but it's not so true because it's not coming from the source. You're not going boots on ground. You're not going out there to get the information to show. I got the videos when I go out there and investigate, and then I place some videos or pictures of what I catch on my videos, and I create short reels also. When people say, "Well, I need to see more," I show them a short reel of when I capture because I go back to the time of when the things happen in the video. So that's why I offer here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, and I know there's a lot of people trying to backstab people in the cryptic community. You know, people think that they're in a higher echelon than everybody. They think they're better. They think they can talk bad about me. I'm not worried about those individuals because if they cannot provide their own material, they can go investigate on their own and put out the evidence that I put out there. To me, they're just people that putting stuff out there. They don't even know what the hell they're putting out there because it's not coming from them. It's coming from other sources. You know, that's what I see. And it's the same individuals that are doing this. You know, you hear about stolen valor. You know, there was a guy that was saying he was military, that he buried somebody. Stolen valor, you know, that he was a killer of some sort. He stolen valor. Well, that's not even stolen valor. That's a stolen serial killer from Charles Manson, I guess. But he was falsifying himself numerous times, you know, and I could see right through this guy. And I remember telling people, hey, man, this guy is not legit. He's full of it. Nobody believed me. And it turns out to be that I was 100% true, you know. I know some of these people that are coming against some of my friends, they used to be affiliated at one upon time where they had peace, where they would do works together and stuff like that. But now there's division where certain people that to me are not that bright coming up against the certain individual. I'm not mentioning names. The only thing I got to say is this. Don't let whatever negativity thing they're saying about you, don't let that affect you. Me, I just go with the flow of things. You know, where I could make a video and make it seem that I'm very pissed off. But in all honesty, the unseen spiritual world is very real to me, in which regardless of what's happening, regardless of how many people are coming up against me, I have to maintain the love foundation. You know, that's the key. I have to maintain the love foundation. Through a love foundation, I will overcome people spiritually, unseen forces, unclean spirits spiritually, and I will overcome enemy spiritually, whether it's in spirit form or physical form, of overcoming with the love foundation. You know, because in order for me to be able to do the works that I do, I have to protect this. So how do I protect this? I work out. I stay active. I'm ready at any time just in case anything happens, because anything can happen in a blink of an eye. So I'm you could say Redcon 1. That's a term we use in the military. I'm ready at all times for anything. You know, so there's people that like to dwell in negativity. The only thing I can say to y'all is what y'all doing is just making y'all look like fools. Try to have some legit, your own stuff instead of grabbing other people's stuff and putting it out there. You know, that'll give you more credibility, I would say. I mean, and y'all need to stop having your, how should I say, fake viewers, fake profiles that makes you look like you're a big group. But I'm just being straight up, man. If you cannot put your own content out there and you getting all this other stuff from other people, who are you actually, you know? What are you doing actually out of yourself that makes you how should I say, someone in the community that you want to be involved in, you know. Another thing, you know, I'm speaking because they've affected me for about a year, you know, with this. They had a guy trolling me for about a year. You know, I had problems with my groups not being able to share with the groups. I'm just gonna stay straight up right here, you know, in spiritual encrypted encounters. Through a love foundation, I've dealt with numerous people throughout my life. I've dealt against people that were dabbling in the black arts, witches and warlocks. You want to call them black witches? I handle those situations spiritually. While I was in the military, you know, since y'all want to bring racism into the picture, I've dealt with racism, whether it was in basic training, whether it was in the military. I've seen people that were part of the KKK, that they were the white laces. I've dealt people that were African American, they were part of the Black Panthers, and I dealt with them where they came at me in a negative way, and I had to do what I had to do to have my self-respect and let them know that I wasn't going to be tolerating any kind of, how should I say, downgrade, because that's what they do. They like to downgrade. The people that are racist, they like to say, for example, spick, Mexican, and you want to make fun, when you make fun of a person that's Hispanic or Mexican, and you direct it at them, you're actually making fun of me too, because I'm part of that race, right? So when a person does that, you know, that's as people trying to mess with who you are as an individual, but they have low self-esteem when they have to target somebody else in that nature. They have no self-respect for themselves, and it's not because they're badasses, because they're not. It's because most likely when there were kids, they wasn't paid attention to. So the things how they are now as individuals, because they had to learn it somewhere. You know, something happened to them. You know, whether the parents were strict on them, they got on them, got whoopings. Something made them the way that they are right now. So about the only things they know what to do is the tricks of what they learned. You know, what the things that they were doing before, they continue to do it again. Playing victim. You play victim, that somebody is victimized you some kind of way, shape, or form, but you're the one that likes to twist things around and make it seem like you're in control. You ain't in control of nothing. I'm being straight up with you. You ain't in control of me. You ain't in control of the people you're messing with. You might think you're in control of some kind of way in your own little mind, but you ain't in control of nobody. You know, I still continue to do the works that I do. The reason I hadn't been doing works is not because of the people that are coming up against me in a negative way. It's because I wasn't feeling well. But I'm back to doing the works that I was doing. All this time that people spend all this time and effort trying to come at me in a negative way, saying negative things about me, it's not going to stop me from doing my works. So now that you're seeing, not just that I'm placing videos on spiritual encrypted encounters, short reels on YouTube, videos there and in other groups, and I created another group, how do you feel now? It ain't going to stop me from doing what I do. You know, I'm going to grow regardless. I'm going to continue to do the works that I do, whether people like it or not. You know, I work for a higher power. That's what I work for. And I'm going to continue to do the works that I do. If he blesses me daily to do the spiritual works, I'm going to continue. There's no witchcraft, no necromancy, anything negative that anybody can say to me to stop me from doing the works that I do, because I've faced what you believe in. I face the things that you believe in that govern you. I face them daily. I tell you what, they're weak. If they're weak, that makes you even weaker. Because if that's what you're putting above you, they're weak. They're weak when I tie binding through Jesus Christ. That's how weak they are. They know that I know that through Jesus Christ we can overcome them. Just like I can overcome these things that you believe in, that you give power to. I can overcome you spiritually also. I've been overcoming y'all spiritually. You just don't know that. I make you think you have some kind of power, but you really don't. Basically, what I'm saying is any negativity you throw my way, any arrows or whatever, I deflect that daily because I don't allow it in my heart. I send it away. Like I said, I can make myself look like I'm upset, but I'm not really upset because I'm a Tender Love Foundation daily. I have to protect the vessel. I'm the vessel. This is my vessel. I have to protect it in order to be able to do the spiritual works that I do. Like I said before, trolls control me all they want to. Whether it's just people that like using fake, I don't care. It's not going to stop me from doing the spiritual works that I do and placing my evidence out there. I'm placing evidence that I haven't seen anybody place anywhere, whether it's TikTok or the only things that I've seen on TikTok and a lot of things that I've seen on YouTube is it's fake videos where there's IG involved in it, or there's people in costume. I think I was watching they put a picture on Bigfoot. I can't remember which group. There's a guy literally in a gorilla suit. It looks like a gorilla suit. You can literally tell it's a gorilla suit, and they have it up there. And they have it up there, but they don't want nobody to laugh about it or to make fun about it. It's like, well, if you know it's a gorilla suit, you could literally tell it's a gorilla suit, why you even got it on here in the first place, It's kind of like if you have evidence of something, real evidence, submit it out there, but you could literally tell it's a guy in a costume, How you doing, Sister Pam Campos? Yes, I know if y'all seen all the videos that I placed. I placed some photos today. I placed some videos yesterday, but I placed a photo today on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters and other groups that I'm affiliated with. And on my YouTube channel, I created some short reels of it, of what seems to be either a giant portal or a UFO, unidentified flying object, low to the ground, right by where I was standing, where I was making my live, that it was my connection, my life, it was being interrupted, but I was able to capture it on video. So I submitted it so people could see. I bought me a new phone, new cell phone. Went to a new service just to get a better quality picture, and that happened. When there's other forces around us that cause that kind of disturbance, where you lose your live feed, you're going to capture something within your picture. Some people give up and they just go back. Me, I continue to do my videos, no matter how many times the feed broke. I continue to do the video. But it's not the first time that's happened. It happens to me all the time. Nothing new. I guess there's always going to be drama within the paranormal, cryptic community, probably spiritual, but I'm not here for that. But I do side with the people that are being targeted, that are being victimized. You want to call it slander. Because I've been there. I've been there where I've been targeted in that nature. I do stand with them. At the same time, it's like this, straight up. It's either you're gonna deflect the negativity, or you're gonna allow the negativity to affect your heart. Which one is it gonna be? Are you gonna deflect it, or are you gonna allow it? Me, I've chosen to deflect these individuals, ignore it, not unless I have no choice because they come at me in a physical manner. Then I'll have to do what I have to do physically. But besides that, at this time, at this point, I'm just ignoring them because I don't got time for that kind of drama, you know. I have my own issues, but I still back up the people that are being victimized. You know, that's why I'm making this video right now. You know, if we could all get along, you know, that's something that, why can't we just all get along, right? That's something. Let me drink some water real quick. But it's not like that. I don't know about y'all guys. I'm straight up. If I look at a video and all I'm seeing is people coming up against somebody and messing with the individual, I stop watching it, because that by itself is just a portal of negativity, you know, and that's how some of these unseen forces transfer themselves to individuals, because you're listening to something negative, and then something negative might transfer itself to you because you're thinking about it, because it's bothering your heart, bothering your spirit. So it's going to affect you in a negative way. The best solution to that would be just do what you do best. You know, for the podcasters that love doing their podcasts, you know, continue to do those works. Don't worry about the trolls. Don't worry about the people trying to tarnish you or paint you to be a certain way. You know who you are. The people that watch your podcast know who you are. So don't allow this negative people get what they want. Because eventually, whatever negativity they dish out is going to go back to them if you're not accepting it. So that's basically what I'm saying. Deflect it. Don't accept the negativity, and continue to do the works that you do, that you're good at. You know, I'm blessed, you know, that I was invited to go to the Paranormal Roundtable 2 conference, you know, with Brother Josh, you know, and I really appreciate it. You know, for all those know that me and him at one point in time, we were going back and forth against each other. We're saying bad things against each other. But to make a long story short, there was a middleman involved in that was saying things to me, was saying things to him. I'm not saying his name because I haven't seen him in a while, but I know that when I was sick with COVID, that this individual contacted me, and it was saying that Brother Josh was saying bad things about me. He led me to where he said something about me, and that's how it begun. We were going back and forth. But now that I figured him out, you know, we called truce. We called peace. And we left it at that. You know, there didn't have to be nobody. I know he's trained on what he does, right? He trains, he knows martial arts, he knows some boxing. He's a big guy, you know, bigger than life guy, you know, pretty big dude. At the same time, I'm highly trained also. You know, I served the United States Army for 10 years. I fought in the front lines in Operation Desert Storm against the Medina Republican Guard. I knew martial arts also. I know some boxing also. You know, when you learn something, you try to learn every technique because you don't know who you're going to run into. So I learned a lot of techniques while I was in the military, just in case I ran into somebody that was an expert of those techniques. You know, when you train in that nature, you train not just to be offensively, you train defensively. And as you train defensively, is to find an opening to counterattack when somebody's coming at you a certain way. But nowadays, you know, people do not fight in that manner. There's people that want to use weapons and stuff like that, you know, because they probably don't know how to fight. That's the easy way for them. That's probably what they're used to doing. But besides the weapons and all that, you know, anybody can be bad at any given time, you know, especially when they got a weapon. We see it happen all the time when people go to schools, people just do something crazy. Well, it happens. But it's not about dwelling in negativity, right? But yes, brothers and sisters, I do have a lot of other photos I haven't placed. I believe I have a photo. I'm going to speak about it here, where there's an opening. It's like 4 photos where there's nothing. There's an opening. It gets bigger and bigger but you could see something there that's, you could say like invisible form, but you could see its form. It looks like two creatures standing there. That's going to be my next picture that I'm going to place. I'm not placing any filters or nothing like that on them. I'm going to leave them as they are. But you can see two creatures standing right there, low, right by me, uh, looking at me. There's two of them. One is like up, and the other one's low to the ground. And you can see them in the picture. It looks like a portal got opened where there's a rip in time, and I believe that's where they came through. But I'll place that. What I'm doing, I'm gonna place that picture probably. I'm thinking tomorrow, and I'm gonna create a short reel tomorrow. You know, like I said, I want this other picture that I just placed today so people could see it, so they can view it. I'm making this spiritual live early today because I felt I had to talk about this. I believe there's goodness in everybody. You know, it's just some people just want to focus in the negativity. You know, they want to focus on negativity, and when they do that, they just don't know that they're leaving themselves open spiritually for things to happen to them. You know, we see it where people are getting spiritually attacked by their own negativity, where they're dishing out so much negativity, and people are not accepting that, and it's going right back to the person that's dishing it out, and you can see that the person is being engulfed by their own negativity. You know, sorry to say, that's how it is. And when somebody gets engulfed, that means that they're being bonded by that negativity, and whatever governs the negativity, that the things that they say is not going to make no sense. The things that they say is going to make them look bad because they're contradicting themselves. And this is exactly what's happening to these individuals that's coming against people in a negative way. Is the negativity is bonding them, it's got control of them. If that negativity cannot go to the people they're sending it to, it goes back to the sender. And that's exactly what's happening, you know. Me, I collect minerals. I'm going to switch the camera over here to the side so y'all can see. I have all kinds of minerals, spheres. I collect all kinds of minerals ever since I fell from that ridge. I got spheres, I got towers, protection around the neck. The unseen spiritual war is very real, brothers and sisters. What I'm trying to focus on the rise of DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, is place pictures and short reels of what I capture. I got my sister Don Amberthy helping me out, Brother Logan helping me out to create the group to be just about the disembodied demonic Nephilim. And for those that don't have understanding of what I post there, you're more than welcome to contact me through Messenger, and I'll let you know what I'm posting. You know, they say that a picture is a million words. You know, when you run into this kind of phenomenons, or should I say supernatural phenomenon, because they can manifest into anything. They can cause all kinds of activity to happen, not just to your equipment, but to you, in which your energy gets drained, your equipment gets drained. A lot of things happen when they surface up. The reason I went out there to make the video yesterday is because it was time for me to go. I had to make sure that I was spiritually ready to go out there. So for about 3-4 months, I just rested because I wasn't ready for it. But yesterday was a time when I went and I was ready. And for those who viewed the video, if you haven't viewed it, check it out, where my first video gets interrupted numerous times. And on the second video, when I come back to, my connection comes back to, I'm praying, I'm fighting spiritually what's around me, because I'm hearing all kinds of activity around me. My senses are going off, so I'm praying the Our Father. I'm tied by and rebuking and the negative energies, in which I have captured photos of something that's right there, right beside me. You know, like I said, I've debunked the video. I have several photos, but I don't want to overflow the groups or my group with all kinds of stuff at once. You know, I'm going to take my time to place it out there. But this is just a quick video, brothers and sisters, just to let you know, to maintain your love foundation. Don't let nobody get the best of you by coming at you in a negative way. Deflect that negativity and always maintain your love foundation. You know who you are. You don't have to explain to nobody who you are, what you do. You know, I've been painted numerous times from when I was growing up in the military, out here, where people try to paint you to be a certain way, a different way than what you are. And it's not until when the people get to know you that then they know that what was said to them was not true. You know, because there are some people that try to paint you to look a bad way. I used to get that a lot when I was in the military. When people don't like you, it was a Sergeant Major Kennedy. That's what his name was. He didn't like me one bit. He had nothing nice to say about me. So it's like every person that he talked to, he was always talking badly about me. And I would always tell him, look, tell Sergeant Major, if he dislikes me that bad, we can settle this the old-fashioned way. We can go to the wool line and settle it, because I haven't said nothing bad about him. But apparently he got a problem with me, you know. Tell him that I said that. He takes off his rank, I take off my rank. In the military, that's how you settle things, you know. Mano a mano. But he never took that offer, you know. So he kept on trying to lay me to be a bad person with other people till they got to know me, and then found out that it was just the Sergeant Major that had a problem. That, you know, that I was a good guy. You know, I was just, the things that I was going through, I had physical ailments that nobody could help me. And the only ones that could help me was higher ranking doctors, in which that's why I left the military. But they found out that, you know, I was a good guy. Basically, that's what it is. Sometimes people like to be painters, and they like to paint people a certain way. Not just people, but stories a certain way. For how should I say it? To favor them, so they can play. Basically, they're playing people because they're being dishonest, and what they're placing out there is not their material. It's not legit. But when they say real stories, and you probably look it up, and you say it's debunked, it's somebody trying to pretend to be something, and they're saying it's a real story, then they're lying to the audience, because it's been debunked that it's not something real, that it's something that's man-made. And like I said, I'm not saying no names. These people that I speak of, they know who they are. They're the same ones that talk badly against me, because I talk about when you went up in a situation spiritually and you're facing an unseen force, demonic force, and they're coming at you in numbers, that you're never alone, that Jesus Christ is with you. So what you do is you pray to Jesus Christ to come and assist you, and he will come and assist you because you're opening up to him through prayer. They dislike when I bring Jesus Christ. They dislike a love foundation. But it's not necessarily the people. It's what's bonding the people that makes them dislike a person like me, because I bring a love foundation to the picture. I bring the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, into the picture. And of course, you got people that want to stick to what they believe in, you know, and that's fine. But if they're really looking to what they're believing in, they're going to see flaws. They're going to see that, you know, when they say something is a all-flesh creature, but people say they shot the creature and not the bullets to do nothing to the creature, what are they really shooting at? No traces of blood, no body found. To me, of what I witnessed, is something that's in spirit form, in disembodied form, that's taken a beastly form, whether it looks like Bigfoot, a dogman, a mothman, shapeshifter, skinwalker. That's their abilities. Uh, they can only manifest for so long in those forms that when they shoot at them, uh, they're missing because they're not here in the flesh. They're in disembodied form, in spirit form. They get those powers to be able to manifest because of the Washers. The Washers slept with women, created the Nephilim, in which the Nephilim were mad and they were killing everything on earth that was created by God. So God created the flood to destroy the Nephilim, in which He did. So what was left of the Nephilim was their disembodied spirits, which are unclean spirits, demonic spirits, and that's what was left of them. And that's what roams earth, roams in the woods, in the waters, wherever in the world. That's what's roaming, and is trying to find hosts, trying to use people it can use or to bond or possess, and that's the works that they do. They want division, they want chaos, they want havoc, they want people to argue amongst each other, they want family feuds so they can continue their generational curses or jumping from generation to generation. They don't want nobody to awaken. They want everybody to be bonded. That's why they do what they do. And we see it. We see it daily when people are arguing amongst each other. What's actually happening is these unclean spirits are just transferring from person to person. If both parties are using negativity against negativity, right? Well, they're just going back and forth. Those unclean spirits are just going back and forth, in which there's nothing positive that's going to come out of it if both parties are using negativity. So, like the saying goes, Beelzebub cannot cast out Beelzebub. So there's nothing positive that's going to surface up from that. The only thing that's happening there is the unseen forces that are working behind that. They're in charge. It's not the people. It's not the podcasters that are in charge, or the people that think that they're doing something. If they're going negative with negative, it's those forces that are in charge of those individuals and their podcast. And what I mean by that, if they're being bonded and they're being used to do something negative, those unseen forces, that's what they do. That's the chaos and havoc they do. I witnessed a lot of that when I was growing up, brothers and sisters. When kids, guys around my age wanted to fight me, where an instigator would say that I said something about their mother. And it's like, why would I say something about your mother? I don't even know your mother. So the instigator was always trying to get us to fight. I let them push me or whatever. I really didn't want to fight anybody because I'd rather have friends than enemy. But I went through that. We're all been through some kind of bullying. There was one who wanted to fight me. I didn't want to fight him. But I had no choice because I got surrounded. So he threw some punches. I just dodged them, And I hit him one time. When I hit him the one time, that was it. He was out. I started walking away. He wakes up and he's like, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Now I'm walking away. He said, no, you won. And I walked away from him. Because, like I said, I'd rather have him as a friend than enemy. Later on, as I grew, he became a friend. We're still friends to this day. But sometimes there's people that instigate stuff. They want to cause chaos and havoc because that's the only thing they know how to do. I just see it in the military all the time also. People would come up against me, people with higher rank. And I tell them, hey, leave me alone. It's like, I ain't doing nothing to you. I'm not even in, I wasn't even in BDUs. I was already in my civilian clothes fixing to go out. This ex-drill sergeants come at me. Those extra sergeants didn't like me, He would come out negative all the time, talking very badly about me, talking about my nationality, my grandmother. He would throw the whole family in there, you know. The only thing I can say about him, to make a story short, he got dealt with. After he got dealt with, it was never the same. But out of that, he stopped messing with people. And he's changed as a person, because he could have seriously gotten injured. To this day, they don't know what happened to him. They don't know who beat him up badly. That's all I can say about that. But it happened a long time ago. And when I was in Germany, like in the 80s, 89. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I still got everybody's back that are being targeted by these individuals. I will keep you all in prayer to maintain your love foundation, but I'll keep you in prayer from spiritual encrypted encounters. You know, as I am have been a victim also. I will keep you all in prayer, and keep all those that have family members that have lost family members. I'll keep you all in my prayers. Everybody have a beautiful, blessed evening. Peace.